MCAS Grade 10 Math released 2012 questions. So if you're looking for the set of all questions, please do a Google search for Grade 10 Math released MCAS 2012. Here we are going to do problem number 3. I have already done problems number 1 and 2. So the question, let's read the question carefully. Points -2 and 4 and -1 and 1 lie on the same line. Which of the following equations represent the line? So as you see, we have a line and there are 2 points given on the line. Every time you're looking to find the equation of a line, the first thing you should do is to find the slope of the line. That's the key to finding the equation. And then there are different forms to write the equation. So the first thing we do, we write the equation of the line. We have 2 points. We can write the equation for the slope of the line. The slope of the line is always shown as the letter, small letter m. So m is equal to, alright, one of the points we are going to call x1 and y1, and the other point that we have, we're going to call x2 and y2. So it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This one can be shown as a delta y, delta x, or we can call it the rise over run. Now if you have the, draw a picture of the coordinate plane, we call this x, we call this one y. This is a line with a positive slope. As you see, it goes up, and so we are trying to find delta y, which is the rise, over delta x, which is the run. And the slope of the line is the ratio of delta y over delta x. Now in this problem, we are given 2 points. We'll call one of them x1, y1, and one of them x2, y2. So we have -1 and 1. We'll call it x1, y1. And then we have -2 and 4. Now you could have chosen any one of them as x1 and y1. So this could have been x1, y1. This could have been x2, y2. Alright, so let's plug these numbers into that formula. So m is equal to y2 minus y1. So when we look at these numbers, y2 is 4, y1 is 1. So we have 4 minus 1. In the denominator, we have x2 minus x1. So x2 is -2, x1 is -1. So here we have -2, minus -1. So I'll leave all the signs the way they are so we don't mix up our signs. So 4 minus 1 is 3. And -2 minus -1. So minus times -1 will give us, it's like multiplying -1 times -1. Minus times -1 is 1. So in the denominator we have -2 plus 1, right? Because minus gives us a positive sign. So here we have, in the numerator we have 3, in the denominator we have -1. Because we have the 1 in the denominator, we don't have to write the 1, but we'll just bring the sign to the numerator. So this will just be a negative 3. That's the slope of our line, negative 3. Now in this case, like the picture I originally drew shows you a positive slope. However, here we have a negative slope. So if you draw the x and y coordinates, right, we have a x and y coordinate, your line will look like this, right? It goes this way because you have a negative slope. This is a positive slope, this is a negative slope, right? So now we have the slope, and we have 2 points. So we can use a formula for the equation of the line. Y minus y1 is equals to mx minus x1. So as I said, x1 and y1 are any points on the line, right? Any points on the line we can plug in into these numbers, right? The first coordinate is our x, and the second one is our y, right? Now if you look at the solution set, we have 4 solutions. They all have the negative 1 and negative or positive 1s here. So we have 1 and 1, and when we look at the points that we want to choose to plug it into the formula, we're going to use this one because it's the more convenient point since we see that number repeated in this formula. So we'll use x1 and y1 as negative 1 and 1. Alright, let's plug it into the formula. So negative 1 and 1, y1 is 1, right? x1 is negative 1. So y minus y1, which is a 1. M is our slope, is negative 3. X minus our x1 was minus 1. Minus 1. Right? So let's simplify. Y minus y1 will keep it the same way it is equals to negative 3 x. So we have negative 1 being multiplied by negative 1, so we should get a positive 1. So negative multiplied by negative gives you a positive number. So y minus 1 equals to negative 3 times the parenthesis x plus 1. Compare that to the solution set, and we'll see the answer is B.